Shit. Wait. There we go. Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Impact on Axs Tv, or Smash and Inside FS. I, Joey Styles, Jonathan Coachman, and Aiden English here, and today on Impact on Axs TV, or Smash and Inside FS, we are going to have Father Yule here today, because some folks over in the 4-1 Kingdom call him Father Yule, but they also call him Father Yule in other lands. Other lands call him Santa Claus or Santa Claus, which Santa Claus came from the Dutch borrowing of saying Holy Fellow Nicholas. Or for the Spanish-speaking folks and around the Spanish-speaking world, they call it Papa Noel. And first off, that was a Spanish borrowed words, and Santa Claus is most likely borrowing again, since the word, it would be Holy Fellow Nicholas. But I'll go with Father Yule because that seems to be a cool one. Joey Styles said, "You got that right," Jonathan Coachman said. Father Yule's going to be coming here today, and it will be cool to see what Father Yule says and what he does today. And we're going to see who would be on the good list and who would be on the bad list. Jonathan Coachman said, if we're talking about the good list or bad list, Joey and Jonathan, are we talking about things that are sinful and unlawful? Or only things that are sinful and not unlawful? Or things that are both sinful and unlawful? Aiden English says, because I never really understood if that's what it means. Ho, ho, ho. Happy Yule. You know, it's Yule time when the Christendom folk onlook the birth of Jesus, the Son of God. Where only the Christendom folk believe he was a Son of God. You got the Jewish folk, and they do the gathering of lights, onlooking the 8 nights that they had enough ooze to run their candlesticks for 8 nights when they were in some kind of war. And their take on Jesus is that Jesus was a good man, but they don't think that he was a Son of God. Why? Who knows? We don't why they don't believe that. I don't know. And then you have the gathering of followership, or the gathering of goals, for the non-Christendom black folk who live in 4-1 Reichs in the settled land, and I guess the rest of the world. And everyone out there seems to have either their worship, their beliefs, or their holy days they do around the 12th month. So, but you see, no need what they believe or what they do not believe. Yule will always be outstanding to the Christendom folk, because Yule was when God gave Jesus to us as a gift. The gift that God gave through Jesus was sins being atoned for, sins being cleaned away, and also having your stead in heaven and your afterlife through God and through Jesus. So if you believe it or do not believe it, you still have it. And anyway, the look like I'm going to say that I've been looking at my good list or bad list. But the truth is, God and Jesus have the book of life, which shows everyone's good deeds and everyone's bad deeds. And to be earnest with you, I can't really go around and doom anyone. The whole thing about, I leave out Blackstone for the bad folk, well, that's not true, because Blackstone, is dirty, and a lot of folks can get illnesses from breathing Blackstone dust. So I can't do that. Mostly I take one of the gifts away from them, but even then, that's the only thing I can do. And oh no, it's Zia Lee. So your Father Yule, Yes, I'm Father Yule, also sometimes known as Holy Fellow Nicholas, or Santa Claus, or I don't care how many names you have. You know, because I never got the gift that I wanted growing up in the Folkreich of Eastland. Yeah, I do go to the Folkreich of Eastland. Even though they're a speakership more than they're a Folkreich, I'm not going to get into the lawmaking grounds of it. But I also go to the Folkreich of Eastland. No, Xylee says, you can't say that. You gotta uphold the one Eastland oversight. Forgive me, but Santa Claus doesn't really want to get into lawmaking. And you see here, here we got the right to the freedom of free speech. And if I want to say that the Folkreich of Eastland is his own land and is not a settling or a Reich or whatever of the Folkreich of Eastland, I can say that. Anyway, first off, I'm going to be going around the world giving out gifts at Yule time on looking the birth of Jesus by doing that. And yes, he's in the highest leader, and the first Wicker of Eastland is on the good list, believe it or not. But I'm not talking about him. I'm not talking about those two shitheads. I'm talking about what you didn't give me and I had to get it myself. Are you talking about, yeah, the TWF 24/7 winnings? Well, Xylee, you didn't have to get that for Yule. You didn't have to get that because you already got that. Because I saw how you beat King Valkyrie. And to be honest with you, your mindset and stand is like really sad. Well, we all know what happens to Father Yule in any skilled wrestling business. He usually gets his rear beat. And now you gonna give me what I want. Hold it. You know what, Xylee? I am sick of your mindset. I am sick of your stand. Now you're gonna bully Father Yule over here, who he has done nothing but being, bringing the happiness and glee of Jesus' birthday, keeping that alive. You're out here being a bully and a heel, and you should be thankful for all the things that you have. And you shouldn't be upset about the one gift that you didn't get, because why would Father Yule be giving you the TWF 24/7 winnings when it was mine in the beginning and you beat me for it? Yeah, Father Yule wants to say a little thing here, Xylee. King Valkyrie's right. Yule isn't about the gifts that you give. It's not about the gifts that you get. It's about the gifts that you give. Like when God gave Jesus to us as a gift. The same way those wise kings or men, when they gave gifts to Jesus, when they got to him, in the 6th, when they got to him, in the first month, the 6th, believe it or not, Yule goes from the 25th of the 12th month to the 6th of the first month. Yeah. So, no. You are going to be getting some things for Yule, Jesus being one of those things you're going to be getting. Buttercup, hi, good dog, good girl. Be one of those things. But if you're behaving like that, you're not going to get as many gifts. Alright. This is, I have most likely seen enough of this, Astronomer says, and now I gotta do something. Santa Claus, thank you. You're not going to be... Stand up. Stand up! I can't stand up in this ring anymore. Stand up. Now, I don't know the bind between you two, but it's got to stop. You know, coming out here, bullying Santa Claus, Father Yule, whatever, Holy Fell Nicholas, whatever you want to call him, bitching because you had to win the TWF 24/7 winnings. Instead, you want to get it as a gift. Well, here's a gift for you, Xia Li. You get to fight King Valkyrie here today on Impact on Axs TV or Smash and Inside FS. So, I hope you're happy about this Yule gift. But it's probably more of a Yule gift to King Valkyrie than it is to you. Astronomer says. And you know what? Ecliptor says. You should be thankful for whatever gifts you get at Yule. But you should also know that Yule is not only about the gifts that you give, it's about the gifts that you get, but the gifts that you give. Like when God gave Jesus to all mankind and womankind. Alright, Astronomer said Ecliptor. Ecliptor says. Alright, Astronomer says. That's my gift to you, King Valkyrie. You get to fight Xia Li here today. Well, we all know that Xia Li beat King Valkyrie the first, last month. Shit. We all know that Xia Li beat King Valkyrie, last month, and then beat her again to keep the TWF 24/7 winnings, Joey Styles says. And we should also know that Xia Li's legs are a harmful weapon, Joey Styles says. You got that right, Jonathan Coachman says. Xia Li has been kicking out wrestlers left and right, knocking them out, mostly, doing that either on Alone Tonight Raw or NXT and WWE, but we haven't seen her since the 21st of the 11th month, Jonathan Coachman says. Yeah, Aiden English says, I don't know what's going on with that, but I do know that Xia Li is going to beat King Valkyrie and still be the TWF 24/7 fighter. This is for the TWF 24/7 winnings. First, she is King Valkyrie, and she is the TWF 24/7 fighter, Xia Li. Ding ding ding. Wait a minute. Oh, Xia Li just knocked down King Valkyrie again with that kick that she did. 1, 2, 3. Ding ding ding. Here is your winner, and still the TWF 24/7 fighter, Xia Li. And Xia Li is still the TWF 24/7 fighter. She beat King Valkyrie once again and knocked her out. So I guess that it would be bad for King Valkyrie, Joey Styles says. Well, that's what happened, Jonathan Coachman said. Xia Li kicked her and knocked her down. Yeah, like we said, Joey and Jonathan, Xia Li's leg is one of her most harmful weapons she has. And no, I don't think anyone is ever going to be taking the TWF 24/7 winnings off of her, anytime soon. Aiden English says. Alright, Joey Styles says, take it away. Thank you. Take it away, Mike Lane. Thank you, Joey Styles and Jonathan Coachman. I'm going to be talking with the TWF 24/7 fighter, Xia Li. Xia Li, you came out, bullied Father Yule, and then you're still the TWF 24/7 fighter. Yeah, Mike Lane, I'm still the TWF 24/7 fighter. I came out and bullied Father Yule since he never gave me that gift I wanted. And I had to go, and I had to get the TWF 24/7 winnings. Because sadly, Holy Fellow Nicholas, or Father Yule, or whatever anyone wants to call him, couldn't do it. Well, it's not one of those gifts he can come down a smokestack or open through the main door of a house to give to you. Most likely he would have given you the toy, the toy WWE 24/7 winnings toy, and then you would have not been happy with it. While I got the TWF 24/7 winnings. Yeah, WWE may have been done with it since, last year, but the TWF isn't done with it. And at least I'm on the show. You can't say the same for the the TWF hard made fighter. We haven't seen him in months. And King Valkyrie, she keeps getting in my business. I'm going to keep on knocking her out. Well, that's my talk with Xia Li. Back to you, Joey Styles and Jonathan Coachman. Well, thank you, Mike Lane, for talking with Xia Li here today on Impact on Axs TV or Smash and Inside FS. I, Joey Styles, Jonathan Coachman, Aiden English, we hope you like Impact on Axs TV or Smash and Inside FS, and we'll see you tomorrow for Friday Night SmackDown.